Welcome back to 80scomics.com for your daily dose of escapism from the horrors of reality. It's the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 330 from March of 1990, even though Eric Larson drew the cover in 1989. One of my favorite issues and a very memorable Spider-Man because it features a guest stars, I should say, the Punisher, who actually really ends up taking over the entire issue. And I thoroughly enjoyed Eric Larson's run of The Amazing Spider-Man. I don't remember exactly what years, but these are the years I was reading Spider-Man, and I just love his playful art style, which is kind of odd for the Punisher, but that's also what makes this particular issue really fun and enjoyable to read today. So let's check it out. Amazing Spider-Man 330, which has an ad featuring, I believe that's Fabio. If not, it looks exactly like him. Remember Fabio from Acapulco Heat? That's right. Hemisphere Emergency Action Team. There's a lot of Nintendo ads in this particular book. This is a pretty intense issue of The Amazing Spider-Man. It starts with the Punisher blowing up an ambulance with a rocket launcher, but the ambulance is filled with cocaine. And then this guy gets shot in the head, and the Punisher just mows down all the bad guys, because that's what the Punisher does. He's good at it. And there's Spider-Man doing what Spider-Man does, causing a lot less damage than the Punisher. Here's one of those trademark Eric Larson pages where he's got Spider-Man bent in every direction like Gumby. It's great. I really enjoyed the way that Eric Larson drew Spider-Man. In fact, he may be my favorite Spider-Man artist, but of course I really enjoyed Todd McFarlane's work on the series too. And here's an ad for Double Dragon. Crime is way up, and so is Mary Jane's hair. That's some serious 80s hair right there, Mary Jane. Oh, Spider-Man. But here's why we're reading this issue, because we all want to see Spider-Man and Punisher take down the drug dealers together, which really just amounts to the Punisher shooting everybody and Spider-Man dropping one-liners. But, that's okay. It's a lot of fun to read, actually. As Spider-Man says, of course, considering the nature of the welcoming committee that just popped up, a generous ammunition allowance could be a distinct advantage. I just wish he didn't seem to enjoy himself so much. The look on his face just perfectly captures that. Here's another one of my favorite panels in the book, and the Punisher getting rid of bad guys in the way that Spider-Man usually doesn't, throwing knives in their head. And check out the back here. We've got an ad for Sky Shark on the NES. And some Game Boy ads in here. We've got a bunch of other Eric Larson Spider-Mans around here. I'm going to have to dig those out. I haven't read these in a long time. I'm not sure I ever noticed that was Fabio in that ad. It's a shame his acting career didn't pan out, because that was a good show, Acapulco Heat. Look it up.